All right, guys, this is Sebastian Milo with the Boxing Mob. I'm here with Avious Griffin. Avious, talk to me a little bit about, obviously, being here in New York, being here for Keyshawn Davis against Barinchuk. What's the reason you're out here supporting, for those who don't know?
I'm out here supporting my stable mates. You know, I'm a part of Brian BoMac's stable mates, and I'm here to support Juice Man, Keon, and Keyshawn Davis, of course. You know, we had a good camp. We all in camp together. We train each other, motivate each other. And, you know, we just a family here, so I'm here to support.
100%. Now, talk to me a little bit about being in camp with, obviously, BoMac. You've been training under him, also working alongside guys like Keyshawn Davis. How's you know, that relationship been?
Oh man, it's been awesome, man. It's been great, man. You know, the chemistry, the energy, everything's good. You know, we all hold each other accountable. Iron sharper iron. I've been sparring Troy Isley this camp. Keon, Kevin Davis came in camp with us a little late, so I didn't get to spar with him as much this camp, but having all those guys in my stable mates just giving me sharper, just increasing my ring IQ, man, I love it.
No, that's amazing to hear. Obviously, I know you have a fight coming up, and we'll get to that. But I want to get your thoughts, you know, from a fighter perspective, being in there with your brothers, you know, Keyshawn and those guys. What happened yesterday? I mean, that gift, that weird package that Keyshawn received, right? I mean, as a fighter, like, what would your
I didn't respect none of that. I don't believe that we should normalize racism in any sport or any fashion, and I don't know if they intentionally did it or someone else intentionally did it, but whoever did it, that's just not the way I go about trying to get fights, or, you know, or I don't know what type of marketing move is that, but I don't believe that racism for either Caucasian or African Americans is the way. No matter the race, racism is not the way to encounter a fight or to spark up a beef. If you want to fight someone, it's better ways to go about it, and I just don't think that boxing should embrace those type of actions and those type of tactics at all.
No, 100%. Now, you know, I want to get your thoughts, obviously. I mean, I remember seeing you fight in LA, and now you're going to be fighting here in Times Square in New York at Sony Hall. Talk to me a little bit about this fight and what it means to you as you climb up the ranks.
Yeah, man, every fight to me is important, you know, and so it's like in my mind, even though I have a belt on the line this time, it's just another fight. So and I'm the underdog, so you know I strive off doubt. So it's not like no pressure on my shoulder, because I feel like deep down it's people somewhere, either where I'm from or all over the world, that's still waiting on me to fall and say I told you so. So I don't really have a pressure on me when it comes to big fights, because I'm the underdog and I just embrace all doubt and all pressure. And you know, it just feels good climbing up the ranks. Every fight is important, like I said, and you know, we're on a 9-fight knockout streak right now, and the world, the big promoters and everybody not talking about it yet, but they will soon will be talking about how only one person have made it out of my 16 fights. Before I went 6 rounds, I was on a 2nd round knockout streak. I went 6 rounds, and now I'm on a 9-fight knockout streak. So we just climbing, man. We getting better. BoMac and my team, Bernie, Coach Red, Coach Saul, everybody just enhancing their own tools inside of me, and we just becoming a better fighter.
No, 100%. And you know, me personally, just my injection of personal anecdote in this, like, I can see the progression in the way you, when I first saw you fight live to where you are now. Obviously working with BoMac, I'm sure it's been a massive help working alongside those guys. Do you feel like, despite, you know, those KO streaks and all that, you're still being slept on?
Yeah, but you know, that just come with not having a big promoter or a big known manager. I have the best manager in the game, Brandon Stump at CTB Athletics, but he's just not as known as all these other managers in the game, but that will change this year.
100%. Now, obviously, you got to focus on this fight first and get through that, and obviously that's your main focus, but if you could pick and choose, do you have a hit list of guys that you want to target, you know, and make your name known to them as well, if they don't already know it?
I mean, you know, everybody above me is on the hit list, so anybody in my way that's on the hit list, and we're just going to encounter those guys when the time is right, and whenever my coach and my manager is ready for me to get in there with those guys, that'll be the time.
Now, you know, I have to ask you, obviously being in camp with somebody like Terence Crawford, you know, you being at one point, you know, around the weight class of what he originally was, and moving up to 154, now this fight against Canelo, moving up 2 more weight classes on top of that. From, you know, being on the inside, how has he looked, you know, in that growth, in that weight, growth? Because that's a massive challenge. Let's be real.
It's a massive challenge. I agree, and I respect the fact that Bud is willing to challenge himself to do greater things than the greater things that he already encountered, and it all starts with self-confidence. And so, as long as you have that, he have the work ethic, he have the mindset, he have the IQ to get the job done. So we should see.
100%, and it must be obviously a massive motivation to be working alongside somebody like him for yourself too in your career.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He's always a motivational force. Whenever he was in the room, he give his little tips here and there to whoever we may see training that day, and he's always good energy, playful. You know how Bud is.
No, 100%, yeah. And final thing from me, for the fans, a lot of people obviously know your name. They see your fights, but for those who don't, do you have any final message to, obviously, the fans who support you, but also the ones who eventually will become fans of yours?
The hardest hitting welterweight star next up in the game, alongside BoMac, Avious Griffin on Instagram. Give me a follow, I'll follow back. Tune in to the Underdog Show. It's something you've never seen before.
You heard it here. Best of luck, bro.
Thank you.